Yo, what up? This is Jay Wheels, and you're listening to Loyalty Let's Talk.
To me, like, what's your opinion on people rapping over the tracks in the background? Like their vocals playing with the DJ?
I think if you just play your song and rap over it, that's like you're robbing yourself. And
to me, that's lazy. Yeah, it's laziness to me.
Yeah, it's I don't know. And like,
sounds like shit.
I guess it depends on like the type of music you do too. Like some people, like the way they make their tracks is like they do it so it can't really be performed live. Like so much stuff's overlapping,
yes.
Like lines running the line.
But you can fix that by doing your voiceovers and stuff
exactly,
live
right?
vocals, not your whole verse.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was gonna get into. Like
yeah.
I use voiceovers for some hooks that like just physically like I can't have a voice.
When you're up on stage by yourself and you don't have a hype man, you need somebody to kind of back you up, so to speak.
Exactly,
so it's nice to have your chorus and all that shit pre-recorded, so you can flow off of that. No.
Yeah, or like parts of songs that have effects and stuff too, right?
Absolutely,
yeah. Like if you're just gonna go out there, play your song in its entirety and go over it, and I'm seeing a lot more often, especially with like kind of younger people coming up too.
Well, because they see a lot of the older guys doing it, and they think that's what you're supposed to do.
And it's like, I don't know, man. Like a lot of it comes with practice. It's like you shouldn't get up on a stage until you're able to do your song. And like
that's right.
There is a scary amount of people that just don't rehearse.
Yeah.
Their stuff, and you can tell, like if you haven't performed your song since the last time you've been on stage, like what are you doing, bro? How can you charge money for something that like you're not even putting the time in, you know?
How do you expect people to treat you professional when you don't want to treat yourself professional yourself?
Yeah, you know, like do you think like Stephen Curry is just like, oh man, like I haven't shot a free throw since the last time I fouled. You know? You know, hell no, man.
Yeah,
like,
there's always practice that has to be involved. That's the thing I like about my job, because all I do right now is drive a truck all day, and I'll throw my beats and shit on my phone, and I'll just play that and rap when I'm driving all day. Like I don't even write music no more. I just freestyle it over and over and over and over again, and just memorize it in my head.
Yeah.
The last 5 or 6 songs, right? And it's just, it's always like I had the same. Because when I make a song, I always make like a performance version or a radio version, or like there's always different cuts, right? And I always put the performance version on my phone because I'm always gonna be rapping that 9 times out of 10 when I'm driving, because I drive a lot. So it's always nice to just not listen to the radio and just put my music on and just rap.
And there's no better practice
because you have to know
for years.
At particular punchlines, you have to know when you can interact with the crowd. You have to know when to put so much emphasis into it so you're not running under your breath for your next line. Like, there's a structure that you have to kind of follow. And you, like I said, you can't just go up there and rap. There's more to it than that. You have to be an entertainer. You have to, you have to provide that feeling that, when you go up there, you feel, you look, and you act like a boss. Like this is your job. This is what this is what you came to do.
That's what helps me freestyle live at a show. Yeah. That mentality, just thinking like, I know I put in my work and I do my practice and I freestyle 24/7 while I'm at work and on the side of a building or whatever.
Exactly. So since you know that you do that all the time, that it's no different for you to go on the stage and do that, right?
And it helps me think too, like if I'm saying this or saying that, like there's a crowd in front of me, like I'm gonna emphasize this and emphasize, like you know what I mean. I work on that too, like 100%.
And like I'm not gonna condemn people who rap over their vocals, but like I feel like you're definitely selling yourself short. Yeah. And like if I wanted to just listen to your music, I'd do it at the bedroom. But like just at my house, whatever, right? Like, if I say in the bedroom is a little weird. But, I just listen to it like at my house, And like the thing about shows is like I've never been the same Jay Wheels up on stage every time. I never say this like the same impromptu things. Like every show should be different. Like people go to your show to see like the personality behind the music too.
Definitely.
And to give it just that like we're never gonna see him like this again.
Exactly. If I wanted to hear your song, I would just download it and listen to him.
Exactly. It's the same every time, right?
Yeah.
But like going over, it's like I can see why people do it, because like it can make your song kind of sound like your performance sound a little better, because like there's not words that are like being missed and stuff. But like I said, if you practice your stuff and have it like
it should be
down pat, man, like there's been like times where I was like, oh man, like I'm gonna need an overdub over there, until I just sat there and practiced it and like learned where to take breaths and stuff, and then I can do it live.
Because and that's one thing I like about it too, is that you don't have to rap it the same style every time. Like, I can't count how many times it's the same lyrics and the same beat and the same flow, but I've rapped it just a little different every time. Just, you know, changed my tone here, took a breath there when I should have taken it over here, kind of thing. And
an extra emphasis where
it just makes that performance unique, and it makes it, you know, to me, especially if we're hiring you to come through and do a performance, we're hiring you to come through and perform for the crowd. We're not hiring you to come do karaoke. And sing along with your song in the background. Like, it's I'm really not a fan of it myself. I mean, like you say, I understand why people do it. I would understand even more why they would do it if they kept it to their ad libs and their hooks and all that stuff. But I'm really not a fan of hearing them just, you know, grabbing a track that they have on their computer and just giving it to the DJ and here I'll rap over it. Like, it's just lazy to me. It's not entertaining at all.
Yeah, it comes down to putting in work.
It does.
You know, like you said, you got to put in your work, practice, get to know your song. What are you portraying? Like, you know, how do you want the crowd to feel? You gotta take that into consideration.
Yeah.
I feel that's also reflects your ambition too, man. Is if you don't want to do anything impressive, like if you don't want to, like, I get, like, lately now people are like, oh, I don't like to compete, or like I do it for myself, and I'm like, you know, like that's fine, man. Like, this whole thing is like, you can't, like, shows are not about the performance, about the crowd. Like, if you go there thinking you're doing them a favor by performing, like, no, man.
That's the wrong attitude.
Yeah, like, it's backwards, man. Like, it's your obligation to go give them a good time. They're paying money. Like, you're there, you know. It's the same as any job.
If I hire you to do a job, I want you to do it to your fullest. I don't want you to half-ass, or I'm going to pay you half-ass too.
Yeah,
like,
it's anything. At a restaurant, do cooks come out and be like, you're so fucking lucky because I'm cooking your meal today?
You know what I mean?
No, they're like, no, like, you're lucky we're here. That's why you have a job.
That's why you have a job.
I make my food the way I want it.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's not up to you to be like, oh no, sorry, I don't make burgers without tomato. Like, you better eat that tomato, bitch, because this is J Wheel's burgers, not fucking my customers' burgers. You know?
Yeah. It does come down to an obligation of professionalism and, you know, doing what you're being paid to do. Like, it's, you know, it's an expectation, so to speak, of what, you know. It's like I said, it's no different than having to do something because it's your job. It is what it is. Like, it's, I suppose you can't really ask for any different. Like, it's we're paying you to do something. Like, one thing I hate is when I hate paying somebody the same amount of money that I paid somebody else that was there from when doors opened to when doors end, and this guy performed and bounced, and it's like I'm sort of obligated to pay him the same amount I paid everybody else because that's what we agreed upon. Like, it's, and if I don't pay him that much, it's just going to start an argument that I don't want to deal with.
But I mean, at the same time, I just let those situations work it out because everyone catches on to that pretty quick, man. Like, even like it happened to me pretty well at the Rap and Guest show where I had the fucking stomach flu. I showed up high as shit on Gravol, Robitussin, just fucking didn't know where I was, just did my performance and was like, all right, man. Like, I stuck around for like 15 minutes. I was like, well, I'm gonna get out of here.
And we talked about that in the recap because it was like you called us and you told us or whatever that, you know, I might make it, and then eventually came to the point where it was like, no, I just can't do it. So I was like, all right, cool. At least we know early. We can plan around it. We can work whatever. And, you know, we're still trying to kind of scramble around to see what's going on. And then all of a sudden in comes Running Wheels, and it's like, God love you, man.
We were up on stage and I looked through the crowd. I'm like,
yes.
Yeah, man. But it's like, but then other shows, man. Like when we go to New Glasgow, like we're there from sound check to when the beginning, middle, to end. And like all my other shows that I do, man. Like unless I'm serious, like there's one show at Gus's that I just fucking walked out after I was done, man. It wasn't like your guys' show was that fucking pyramid scheme show. Fuck those guys.
Oh shit.
The fucking dickheads, man. Like, fuck me.
Well, I mean, as a fan or whatever, you're more than obligated to leave whenever you want. That's your right. Like, it's, you know, if you don't feel entertained, then that's our fault for not doing it. But it's like
it was embarrassing to fucking bring my fans to that shit, you know? The first two performers, and I booked on the first guy as well because they didn't have a slot filled, and I guess their guy backed out, so I got my buddy. Everyone liked him. They're like, fuck yeah. I go up. Everyone got excited, and then these guys went on, man. They shut the fucking bar down at like by midnight, and like everyone just turned around, like looked at me, and were like, "Wheels, man, like we wanted to hang out with you, but like we're gonna go now, buddy." And I was like, "Lead the way."
So
man.
what do you do with that, right? Like,
yeah, like what can I do? Like it was not what was advertised was not rap music. It was some fucking guys
see,
up
like
there.
I don't know these guys. I have seen the videos, and I've severely questioned what was going on that stage. It was kind of one of those WTF moments.
Yeah,
it's just
man,
the way
like,
they performed, how they were dressed. Like it was just,
but like,
it was very off the charts. Like,
it
was.
All my other shows, especially if I don't know the other artist, I'm not out there having a smoke when there's sets going on. So like I'll go.
9
watch
times out of 10, I'm the
yeah.
first one staying in the front row because I kind of expect you to do the same thing for me when I'm out there.
Yeah, you get what you give.
Yeah.
Well, let's be real. I don't expect people to stand up and watch my stuff anymore because expectations just get you pissed off.
Yes.
Right? And expectations make you want to leave the fucking bar because you're like, oh, if I stand up front for everyone's set, they're all gonna do the same. No, they're not.
No.
If they want to be there, they'll be there, right? But that's why I don't perform every single month because like when I first started, I performed like every fucking month. You know, like
you actually brought that up to me big time. It's like, you know, if we keep going out there every 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, getting on these little local shows all the time, all we're doing is just diminishing our values.
Yeah.
Like it's literally, it's causing a point where it's like, man, why would I go see you now when I just seen you last week? Like,
and the worst part is, especially when you're not like making anything out of it.
Well, that's what I mean,
like you're performing for the same people, even less sometimes.
The same faces
you'll
and
do
over
4
and
shows
over
and make one new fan in like
And I've learned that quick in a year. Like even us as a company, it's like we're not doing these local shows anymore. We'll stick to our rapping gifts. We have another one kind of planned for the summertime, but that's pretty well it. Unless it's a paying gig that they're playing out there, they're paying us to come in and perform. We're not touching it. Like it's literally diminishing our value. Like especially when we try to drive something like rapping gifts, and it's like, you know, that's kind of supposed to be the special time of the year where it's like, let's go down to see Loyalty perform and raise money for kids, right? But it's like, why would I go down to see Loyalty perform when I just seen them 2 months ago or 2 weeks ago or whatever? Like it's just, I bet you they're gonna bring the same show again. Like it's.
And then and it's also tough on you as an artist because like. No, and like word gets around, like when I am gonna book someone, if I know they've been booked by another person, I go and ask the other guys, like, hey, like, what were they like? Yeah. And he's like, oh, this is the second time I booked them. They brought the same set they brought 6 months ago, or even like 3 months ago. And
his girlfriend came down with him, and
and that was it.
Yeah,
Exactly, right. But like even when you're doing shows like every month, man, it's not a big deal to like put out a song every month, but it's still like. When people see me, like there's a drastic difference. Like there's always like a new song there. Like even things from like how you dress. You know, like you look different. You know, like shit. Even when I look at a picture of me from my first show, like some people like I don't even look the same. You know, I don't even recognize myself.
No, that's one thing I say. I noticed myself because usually I always try to rock one of our Loyalty tees or something like that when you perform. And then I go back and look at all the pictures over and over again. It's like, fuck, man, I really do wear kind of the same clothes at every show. So it's like even little things like that I picked up on. And I started changing my outfits and shit like that.
Like you see me wearing a stupid fucking Blue Jays jersey at every show. That's you know, it's not all about clothes and shit like that. Don't get me wrong. But you, as an artist, you have like an obligation to a few things. You need to show up and do a professional set every time. You need to promote properly, like through all your media channel. Like you need to get in touch with like your fan base that you know is going to come out. You need to like get them to come. It's not 100% on promoters to get like promoters need to get a house base in there, but like we're counting on you to bring out your fan base too, like people that we don't know that we know you know. That's and right. I've seen you because like if I go to one of your shows, I'm like, oh wow, like all these people came to see this guy. I expect you to bring those people to the next show, and then I in turn, the people that I know that trust my opinion on music and shows will be like, hey man, like that last show we was like promoted was pretty good, so let's go check out these guys, like they'll probably be good too. And then you gain fans from that in turn of I get people through the door of the show and everyone gets paid. Yeah,
and I mean that's one thing I always say, like especially as a Loyalty Entertainment Group as promoters, you know, it's our job to provide the entertainment. As a promotion company, it's our job to pick the best acts to go perform, and to pick, you know, whoever we think that's going to draw the most attention. It's not all about friendship. We can't be bringing our friends up there all the time who has no records, who has no whatever.
Even friends have their limit of being
exactly.
Like, sorry, man. Like
so
I've seen you a bunch of times. And like, I got shit to do.
If we keep running these shows constantly and nobody keeps showing up, that's not the fans' fault. That's our fault as a promotion company for not providing the right entertainment to make you want to come down without us having to tell you. That's right. You know what I mean? So, and that's one of the reasons why, you know, we in 2017 we're basically done with local shows. Like if we get the chance or something to go to the province or something like that to do something, we'll probably do it. But you know, when we do these Party Like It's Your Birthday and all these other little shows that we've done, it's like, no, we're not doing those no more. We're gonna stick to our key shows, our rapping gigs, and what we have planned in the summer, and that's pretty well it.